gonna pour 1 shot of whiskey before we start.
Okay.
Double shot of whiskey.
Double shot. Two shots of whiskey. Oh, God. Top it off. All right, guys. Welcome to another StatTAC Bros episode. This is probably like our 4th one. And before we even get into what we're going to talk about, we got the taps rig here. And if you didn't see our last video, where my bro here was talking about giving it away to one lucky person. We Wright dyed it. Nothing special about it, you know.
That's totally worth nothing.
And you'll get it for free. Just have to join the Telegram. So if you're not a part of the Telegram, go ahead and check it out. Link is in the description below. I know you guys love hearing about it in all our videos. So
I feel like no one's gonna watch it. Only people that are gonna watch the video are like subscribers and people on our Telegram. So like,
yeah,
probably not gonna do that good. But we got a hot topic.
Yes.
A very hot topic for the law-abiding civilian that loves to follow the rules, but wants to be a force multiplier when you have a small team.
Yes. So we're going to go over like some things. First would be like camouflage. Camouflage is probably one of the more affordable things you can do to conceal yourself.
Yeah, not get seen.
And so that goes other than like uniforms, so like BDUs and stuff. So like, you know, you could get your typical BDUs or your multi-cam OCPs, and that costs you around $50 for some new ones. Or you can go to a surplus store and get them for even cheaper. Like I've gotten like 5 M81 BDU tops for like $20 off Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, make sure you hassle the poor person that's trying to sell them so they can pay off their rent. What I was going to say, though, is multicam and M81, it's, like, pretty effective, the camouflage, but...
Yeah, I mean, it all goes off your region, so, like, if you're in a desert and you're wearing, like, M81, it's probably not going to be, even though it's a super cool camo, it's not going to be, like, super great.
But when we did our feature-length YouTube video about the Lapa gear... It covered Viper hood.
Yeah,
I'm not going to take it out, but watch that video. It drastically increased like how hard it was to see you compared to just wearing the typical camo, because it broke up your outline way more.
Yeah,
and you don't have a silhouette.
I mean, that's like the deep forest one, and it's kind of more for the summer and spring. And like, I mean, we were able to still use it now in the fall and now winter when we filmed it, where there's still some green stuff around, and it did a really good job of blending still in with that green stuff. I mean, like, and that's like, that thing cost me like $70 US plus shipping, so it was like $100 with international shipping through Lapa Gear. Cool guys from Ukraine if you want to check them out. Did a whole review video about it, so I'll put a link up top. But yeah, like even just getting one of these like cheap leaf suits too from like Amazon, I paid like $16 for it, and the thing did a pretty good job of breaking up silhouette and also blending into, like, you know, just the woods.
We didn't show any video footage for the Amazon shit, but it glowed pretty more than under IR, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, for $15 and during the day, it does a pretty decent job.
Try to spray paint, and it's not as tactical. It's not as modular with trying to wear a tactical vest. It's basically a hoodie, and you have to keep it unzipped so you can access your rig.
Yeah.
But pretty damn good for $15. And as a guerrilla and a Minuteman, if you're a small team, which you are because you have no friends, you don't want to be able to be seen, because if you're easily seen, you're going to get easily killed.
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of videos I see too from like guys in Ukraine and like stuff in Russia, and like they're like when they're doing these ambush tactics, like they're wearing these ghillies or leaf suits. So like it may be, so investing in a leaf suit or some, you know, like a ghillie suit or something like that that's lightweight, and you can use it with in coordination with your gear, I think it's a really great force multiplier for you, especially if you're working in small teams and you're also trying to stay on the low profile side of things until it's time to engage.
You can't get
or
killed
during your airsoft matches.
Can't get shot if they can't even see you, you know?
Yeah.
And by the way, the videos we posted on our Telegram, like, we showed one of us hiding, like, pretty much between 5-10 feet away. And it was really hard to be able to tell that was an actual person. Like, it's super effective compared to, like, just wearing typical camouflage.
Yeah. So, and then also, like, wearing alternative camo, so like wearing a different bottom than what you're wearing with your top. So maybe like, you know, wearing like a green top, so like an M81 top or a multicam top or something arid, and then you know, wearing a like a DCU pair of pants or something, so like that blends in with the ground, so dark lighter dead brown colors on the bottom.
The brown, I mean, the ground's pretty much always brown.
Yeah.
There's dead shit on it.
Well, I mean, in the summer, though, it's like you get a lot of thick vegetation, too, like vines and stuff that are green and they're on the ground.
As long as it's not too tan, like brownish bottoms.
Yeah.
Should probably spray paint, because like a lot of times we'll wear kind of tan pants, but I feel like if we put some brown on it, it could be a little bit better.
We wear like khaki pants pretty much whenever
we,
we're LARPing around, so...
let people know that we're serious. Like, maybe we should tell them about the secret weapon of the Minuteman with, you know, like, your dog.
Yeah, get your dog like a little vest and stuff some tannerite in it.
Basically, you make a little cute vest for your dog, strap some tannerite to it, and then your dog will be like running up to your target, be like, oh, it's so cute. And then you shoot the tannerite, and it takes out your target.
Yeah. It's like a suicide bomber, but it's your dog.
Your dog might get 72 virgins in heaven if he's a... Yeah.
All right. We're going to go on a
That's actually a very... Actually, like, all seriousness, like...
Put
if you have
tannerite behind your walls and mark them with picture frames.
If you don't have morals, like, it's pretty good. Like,
pretty good, yeah. Exploding dogs.
You don't hear about that on Grand Thumb.
All right, so the next thing would be like thermals. So like thermals are night vision. You got to at least have one or the other if you're going to be if you want to be effective. If you don't, I mean, like you're already substantially out being out equipped.
Yeah, and if you're on Telegram and you're watching all this combat footage, which honestly, like, I think everyone should be watching combat footage from Ukraine and like Syria and fucking Hamas and shit like that. You can learn a lot, and basically, like, you're probably going to die, but it's really interesting to see how effective thermals are, especially at night when your enemy doesn't have thermals. Like, I saw videos of some Taliban guys that had thermals just shooting at, like, an Iranian base, dude, and, like, there's just people, like, like, just hiding in a trench, and they have no idea that they have and then their fucking brain gets blown out.
You're literally at the mercy of the other person if you don't have this equipment or ways to counter it. So, like, night vision's easier to counter than thermal. So, I mean, and that's kind of comes down to budget. So if you at least get yourself a good thermal or something, and you're not planning on, and like you're thinking more of a defensive posture for what you want to do, a thermal's probably a good way to go. Night vision is also, I think, is great for mobility and then, you know, traveling and stuff like that. So if you're going more on the offensive, having night vision does help. I mean, and also having thermals too, because thermals are great for detection. And if your target's not moving and he's in a defensive posture and you're on the offensive posture and you got thermals and you need to pick out or find where their defensive positions are or something like that, having a thermal is going to be great for that. I mean, we used to sit, I mean, like, for me personally, like, I used to sit on the side of in a building or on the side of a mountain, and I just sit there and look for enemy with a giant thermal that I can detect heat signatures over a mile away. So, and for people coming in.
Yeah, I was wondering if we could talk about that experience a little bit.
Yeah.
You want to stay away from it, or
we can talk about it? Okay.
A little bit. So, Can we get into like the details of what exactly you're doing with thermals?
Oh, like just like a lot of the stuff I've done with thermals is just surveillance and like pulling guard. So like a lot of times we would just set up I think it was called the like an LRAS. I forget what it's called. It's basically a giant thermal unit about this big. It has a laser rangefinder and it can detect heat signatures for a couple miles. And it's a pretty powerful piece of equipment, and it's pretty cool. You set it up on a tripod and you can pretty much see any kind of thing out there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. How many people did you fuck over, like, catching them on thermals?
I mean, like, was it like the jab system when we're using that? That's a thermal. So like the what is it? The targeting system on the jab. So it's like the styrofoam, and then it's got the thermal / targeting system, laser guidance shit, and then so like, and you can see people pretty far out on that thing on the clue, and then you can track them and then lock on and engage with it. And I mean, I've wiped convoys with the jab.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's really expensive, but there seems to be some budget thermal out there that's like even kind of like on par, maybe a little bit more affordable than like a PVS 14.
So when you're getting in, like, for at least my knowledge with thermals is like, once you get like into the higher end thermals, like you're talking about seeing the facial features and like kind of like the description of somebody, so you can like PID more. But whereas in like you're going towards the cheaper thermals, you're looking more into the, like, just the detection abilities. So it'll pick up heat signatures. Like I was looking at the AGM, was it like it's like a 19 by 250. So it's like it's like a little under $1,000, and you can either get the clip-on or the rifle scope, and they're sub $1,000, and you can still detect out to like 800 yards or something like that.
Is that the ATM rattler shit?
Yeah, the
like
AGM
PSS?
rattlers, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at buying one of those for my clip-on, because I would like something I can just clip on the front of my rifle.
Next poor financial decision.
Yeah, that's my next, but I have, I was actually about to buy it, but I got worse shit going on right now that's my money's going towards, so.
Yeah, understandable though, which I mean, I don't have any experience thermal. I had nothing to add except questions, which you used some in your time in service. I mean, is there anything else you can add as far as like and the advantages it gave you? I mean, the people you're fighting, like they also had thermals, right? I mean, can we say that like, you're?
I mean, I was Op 4, so and the people I was facing is the U.S. Army, so they have their capabilities, and we're basically like a guerrilla force, but with extra special equipment and smaller teams. So. And then, but would almost basically be on par with equipment for the most part.
Yeah, so they could spot you with thermals as well.
Yeah.
How many people have thermals? So like these infantry, U.S. Army guys.
So like, it would be like they'd probably hand out like, so we'd have like a couple of squads, and then they'd hand out like PAS 13s to like one guy in each of these squads or the teams, and so we'd have maybe like 2 or 3 per team. Yeah. So like. One team would have one, so 3 teams with 3 PAS 13s. And a lot of it would just be for like at night when we're pulling guard.
Yeah. How much like is there anything you learned about countering? Like you guys knew that your superior force that you guys were against had thermals. Is there anything you guys learned about countering thermals, or you just accept it?
I'm not gonna lie, we didn't get into any of that, like the countering of thermals, or like at least we didn't think about
okay,
it.
You guys are like the Taliban, basically.
Yeah,
so
I mean, like a lot of times
we're meant to die.
When we were doing stuff, it was like when we're pulling guard, like we're pulling guard inside of a city, and we're just kind of like observing any kind of incoming traffic, or some people like trying to like go set up on the mountain top next to the city or something like that and observe us. And then like we're wearing civilians, so we just look like regular civilians, but we're like also like looking at it, like we don't want to always have our like weapons with us when we're doing this stuff.
What's the point, you guys? And this is like not related to the video, but like you guys are dressed like civilians. Are there civilians that aren't targets during these battle simulations?
Yeah, they'd have like role players that come out and they speak different languages, and they'll dress up in the
okay, so they
like the wherever they're like training, so like the Middle East tire or something. So like, and then they'd speak the native language.
Yeah,
or
so
Arabic or whatever.
How often do they commit war crimes on accident?
What? Like
the U.S. Army?
It depends. It's a training environment, so it's not really war crime. So it's like I was a suicide bomber one time, and I got fucking injured, and they were supposed to detain me or whatever because my bomb vest didn't go off. Was the scenario, and then like they shot me already, but I was still alive, and then the guy came up to me and they're like, finish him off. So like they just executed me in the street, which was a war crime.
Yeah, they didn't give a fuck, dude. But I mean, I guess that happened. Real shit. Oh fuck, man. So. Man, we gotta get a thermal, dude.
I know. Yeah, you need night vision too. So.
Yeah, don't give away my disability on YouTube. You know.
Yeah. Okay, so that's night vision, and do we?
Yeah, I mean, like we spoke about. We started with camouflage, super easy. Like anyone can get really good camouflage. You can't get thermals. Anyone can get a dog. Okay, like. The dog's super easy to obtain. Just take care of it. And you train it. Like, as long as you're not a pussy and you're not a beta, you can train a dog. It's a fucking dog. Just don't get like a fucking like shitty pit bull that's gonna like. Eat
no one likes
chihuahuas,
so use chihuahuas for this.
That's actually a good point. They're very brave too.
They're small and can get in nooks and crannies.
That's actually a very good point.
Sabotage chihuahuas.
You have a fucking pack of chihuahuas. And then the other thing was thermals. It's a little bit more hard to obtain. Like thermals financially, there's a big financial barrier.
Yeah, just sell your house, take out a large personal loan, don't pay it off, debt max, default on your assets.
Honestly, like it's not financial advice, but like taxes and debt, they're kind of a social construct. You know, like. People are like, oh no, I don't want debt. I don't want to pay all this taxes. It's a social construct. Like, as long as looks like you're making an effort, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah, just set up a payment plan with the IRS.
But make sure that you're taking care of your family and shit. Like, you don't want your wife to hate your guts.
Yeah, as long as they're eating like something like ramen, you're good.
Yeah, she might hate your guts a little bit.
A little bit. But it's a woman, so what's her opinion matter?
Your trad wife. Actually, she's still very beautiful to me. No, I mean you don't want to treat...
I'm 300 pounds, and I have lots of tactical equipment.
Yeah, I will say, you're not fucking 300 pounds, dude. This dude's like fucking 4'9".
I'm 400 pounds.
Some people are, though. I mean, like, I will say this, okay? Like, a lot of people talk shit about fat people. But, okay, if you're fat, like, not ideal situation, you should be trying to improve that. But if you only got, like, 3 friends and one of them's fat, like, you got to take what you get. Like, they're a big target, yeah, and they're not going to be able to fucking run a mile.
Mm-hmm.
But at least they're trying. But obviously,
speaking
you
of
want
force
to prove
multipliers that we didn't add,
it's fat
steroids.
People. Oh,
trend.
That's a good point. We have no experience with that.
No experience. I would like to get some trend though.
But I feel like though, like trends, steroids, like you really shouldn't be. Okay, here's the deal. I'm never gonna do steroids or trend. I think. I don't know. Maybe if I'm 50, okay, I'm gonna be trying to testosterone max with eggs, eating as many eggs as possible, lifting heavy, staying in good shape, and staying on top of your game as a man. Don't be like some lazy fat fuck that like plays video games and does trend. Like, don't be a fucking.
It'll make you stronger in shorter amounts of time. That was part of the thermal topic.
Night vision, yeah. I mean, I think we're talking more about thermal because less people have it.
Well, I think thermal is also more affordable. You, as somebody that has a little experience with night vision, and I know every time you touch it, you're like, God, I need this shit.
If you're single, you don't have a girl, a wife, girlfriend, fiance, whatever.
If you got a girlfriend, just break up with her and you'll have more money.
What I'm trying to say is, if you basically have nobody else to take care, maybe you live in your mom's basement, like, just get the night vision. Dude, it's like the most fun you'll ever have. Besides, and it'll be actionable if anything ever does happen.
At least you have nods.
Yeah, like it is definitely like if you're going against someone that doesn't have nods, you have nods, like you're gonna fucking wipe them out like you're taking like candy from a baby, basically. It's gonna be very unfair.
Yeah.
White lights, I mean, better than nothing, but nods are superior.
White lights, it's kind of a both way kind of thing, and if you don't know what you're looking for under a white light and you got it on, someone's gonna see that shit. Please don't give me more. I'm so hungover already.
This is gonna help.
I mean, that 2 mile run we did today.
By the way, we're able to run 2 miles, just so you guys know, without stopping. But
I can't. I can only run.
We won't go into like physical fitness, but like it's kind of physical fitness is kind of table stakes because like I've seen videos in Ukraine of like some like Russian conscripts that like couldn't run away from the FPV drone. Like they're probably like
those things are fast though, dude.
Yeah, I'll give them like they had plenty of time, but basically they're gonna go for the slowest guy. But anyone watching this, most of you guys probably aren't doing cardio, which is the easiest thing to train. Just run 2 miles once a week, which is what I'm doing, which you could do better. But
we walked past some homeless people to go run today, so.
Yeah, we should have interviewed them for the StatTAC.
Oh, yeah, survival.
Yeah, what's it like surviving in the shithole?
All right, have you tried debt maxing?
Debt maxing. That is a force multiplier if you have an okay credit score, right?
Yeah, okay, so we're going to drones. I think if you get like...
You know how to crash them, don't you?
I do. I've crashed drones. But, what is it? Drones are relatively affordable and then also gives you a little more capabilities to your surveillance aspects. So, like, you can get one of those 2K DJI drones, the packs of them, for like $270.
Wait, how many?
So you get, it's a DJI drone. It's a 2K. So you get like the drone and it comes with the kit. So you get like 2 extra batteries, like a case, and it's like $270. And then, or you can like, get like a 4K. I think if you're using a drone for surveillance purposes, probably should invest a little more money into a 4K drone because the better picture quality will give you that, it'll give you that better picture quality so you can, take those pictures and be able to PID what you're looking at about things that blend in. And then you can even spend like thousands of dollars for drones with like thermal capabilities or something. AliExpress, or you can, like, DJI is a pretty decent drone company. Try to at least get something with like 30 minutes, I think, of flight time. I know there's a lot of cheaper ones out there that have like 15 minutes or something. They're like, you can get them for like $100. I mean, and then you can rig up your own stuff for if you want to like drop items from your drone. You can 3D print stuff, so you got a 3D printer.
Snickers bars?
Yeah, Snickers bars. Drones are like, it's going to increase your surveillance capabilities.
Yeah.
I mean, do you have any
I don't have
philosophies from the uninformed?
I mean, like, obviously the barrier to entry to get into drones is a lot lower, so it makes it more easier for a Minuteman to get access to it. I don't have any experience with it, and like, I just watch videos. You actually used it while you were in Op4. What exactly did you guys use it for?
I used it for surveillance purposes, like strictly. So like if we're like doing like a town defense, and then like we wanted to know like all the areas that like the enemy was approaching from, and if there were like maybe some of the blind spots of the city that we weren't like having good comms with somebody in the city or something like that, I could like quickly fly the drone over there, check the like a valley that leads into part of the city that was like a weak spot that we couldn't cover, or like, and then we could like also get like numbers of the enemy and like where they're coming in from.
Size them up.
Yeah, so you can basically size them up and know what you're up against, basically. Or just like, I mean, I had one incident where we had some guys in an OP that got rolled up on because they fell asleep and they got captured, and then I had to fly a drone out to go find them, see if we could find them, and it was a 4K drone. It was like one of those Phantom 4s from DJI, and I couldn't even see the guys in the rocks because they, when they later got back to us, they told us I flew over them. I didn't even see them because they all got down like within the rocks that they're hiding in, so they were able to hide from me, and I didn't even see them. It was because they weren't moving either, so like it was a little bit of a pain.
But how much of a force multiplier? I mean, the barrier to entry of the drones a lot lower. But how much of a force multiplier do you Do you like it actually it is?
I think it's a great one, especially for like intel purposes. So if you're trying to gather information on your enemy and like trying to like you stay out of sight without putting your life at risk, or physically going out there and surveilling the area or the AO yourself. I mean, you can just send a drone out there and you can get an estimate of numbers of people and vehicles, what they got, their equipment, maybe some of their positions they're running in. So, I mean, that's where drones are going to shine. Or maybe if you got like you're like worried about some like danger crossing area, you want to see if there's anything around it, that might be a threat to you.
How much of a difference did it actually make for you though?
Oh,
like if say you didn't have the drone, like would you guys basically be walking into a situation blind and you guys could be like
it just
basically
get
massacred?
I don't say it would have like changed us from getting massacred or whatnot. I think it just gave us more information to go off of.
Yeah.
And properly plan like our defenses and stuff like that.
Yeah. Which makes sense.
Or alter them.
Being a recce guy, like you're going out there, you're putting your life at risk. Whereas a drone, it's like who cares if the drone dies? So like you're able to spot things out easier without putting yourself in danger. That sounds like a pretty big force multiplier to me. If you're a small team, especially a Minuteman.
Yeah, I mean, also you have limited, fuck, dude, I can't think.
Limited resources?
Yeah, limited resources. So, especially to build up your profiles and stuff like that. So, having that ability out there will help you out.
4x4, I didn't even
just
know we were
vehicles
gonna
in
hit
general.
4x4 vehicles.
So, like, I'm not talking about like your ATVs or your, dirt bikes or whatever, because more than likely you got friends and family or some shit that you gotta haul around too or whatever. And you can't just like hop on your little e-bike and then just ride off into the sunset.
I wonder who the fuck would even do that, dude? Like ride around on an e-bike.
Dirty civilian.
Oh, I was thinking about someone a little bit more famous, like Mario. From
the Luigi guy.
Mario Bros.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Luigi guy.
That is what I'm going at. Yeah, that actually was kind of creative, which we only believe in legal things, by the way. But like the fact that he hopped off on a e-bike and like got the hell out of there, and like he didn't have a perfect plan. He had a better plan than most, but he was able to get on an e-bike.
I mean, yeah, there's like all over like cities and your concrete jungles,
It's pretty impressive.
They're all over the place. Like your little scooters and your e-bikes and stuff. Like fucking just connect and go. Fucking.
What were we on again?
We're on like vehicles.
Yeah.
Also, like having a low profile vehicle will probably actually benefit you too. So compared to actually even by like a 4x4. So like having pickup trucks and like maybe an SUV or some shit, like that's gonna be a great like all-terrain vehicle that's gonna like get you and your boys like on and off the X or to the X or to wherever you're going, or like because you're not gonna be humping around everywhere 24/7. Like you actually think about it, like if you got to cover distance and say there's like a civil war here in the States, or like there's an invasion, or you're in another country and you're operating or something like that, or like your country's getting invaded, like. And you got to get to, like, it's not everything's going to be in walking distance. You're going to have to travel, So, like, having a vehicle that's going to get you to point A to point B, and, it's probably going to, like, and then also having something that will blend more into the civilian style, so you're not a complete target, like a minivan or some shit. Minivans are, like, sleeper vehicles. Usually only families have them and kids, people with kids. And police don't really look at them too much. And even police have been using them to do traffic stops and stuff like that because people don't think a cop's going to be rolling around in a minivan or something like that. So
it's a good point. I will say, like, a lot of these LARPers you'll see on YouTube, which a lot of them are doing, like, really cool shit, like, out in the woods, getting action, like, spending time with their kit and stuff. But how realistic is it actually that you're going to be, like, spending time in the woods? Like, could the government could just drone strike you, basically?
I mean, you're not like drone strike. I mean, if you're out there just like constant, like 24/7 op tempo, dude, you're probably just gonna end up killing yourself. You're gonna be so mentally drained. Like, so I mean, like, especially if it's like some sort of like internal conflict in your country or something like that, and you got to come back for like a refit or like see your family or something.
I don't have too much to add, but like vehicles, basically like mobility is like a gorilla. Like mobility is key, blending in's key. So you want to be able to be mobile while blending in. So like
yeah, and if you're like really active, like you could be doing like a battle, like you like helping some boys out in fucking New York, and they don't have to drive all the way out to like freaking South Carolina. Like, are you humping that in a week? No. So
hell no, dude. People take months to hike the Appalachian Trail.
So I mean, and with all your kit and everything like that, and that's like your gear and like sustainment. Plus, your vehicle is going to have your sustainment too. So like all your ammo resupplies and your food and stuff.
If you made it this far in the video, like it and comment if you want us to go out and pimp out a minivan to show you what it could be capable of. We could do a video on it. No one cares, whatever. But it could be an option.
Okay, we'll go on the next one. We'll get off vehicles. Friends.
Oh, yeah. So
we don't have friends.
Number one force multiplier is fucking having buddies that are going to back you up.
At least having one person that you can absolutely rely on will drastically change your stuff. Like, I at least got my brother, which is, he's cool, so
yeah.
I can rely on him.
We're not actually related, but think about having friends, like all these people that do crazy shit, which they may or may not be pieces of shit, depending on what circumstance you're thinking about. But like, if they weren't alone, they could do a lot more than if they were just alone. Like a lot of fuck, this video is getting too sketchy. Basically, having friends, there are way more options, and you're not gonna get as fucked as easily.
Yeah, but also quality friends, good quality friends, and it's hard to find those. So get out and suffer with them. So suffering builds, stronger bonds.
Yeah, quick tip. That's a great tip for finding friends. Is do shitty things with them and make sure that they are down to do that type of stuff. And then secondly,
everybody, it's like the saying in the infantry. It's like everybody wants to be an infantryman until it's time to do infantry shit.
It's like digging holes and fucking
sleeping in the fucking rain with like just a poncho. So.
Yeah. So you guys are watching this. You go on rucks. One, easy. Shit sucks. It's boring, but it's good bonding experience. Two, go backpacking for like multiple days on end with your boys.
It's fun. You get to spend time out in the woods. It's not illegal. You can do it anywhere. You get a lot of experience just backpacking, and then
it's probably the best way to vet your guys. Actually, like make sure that they're actually gonna carry their weight. And I also realized that like a lot of this bottle of Jack's gone, which is making me paranoid that I may be drunker than I actually feel like I am.
I kept pouring in mine, so.
How are you feeling, by the way? Like I feel
I'm not trying to get drunk. I'm already like I got accidentally too drunk too quickly yesterday, and then
dude, this dude's like doing keto and shit. Like
I'm trying to lose weight because you motherfuckers keep calling me fat.
That is a funny observation. Like
I incline press 225, and you motherfuckers keep calling me fat.
Okay, I will say like you're way more fit than the average American. Way more fit than like probably the average like guy that watches this channel. Yeah, you do got some heft on you, but
you're building me up, bro.
And you can improve. You can improve, and I can too. Like people don't come at me because like I'm skinny, but little do they know that like he fucking beats my ass when we're on the trails and shit, and he's way more effective than everything that I am because he's good at eating shit. And that's one of the nice things about backpacking is you learn how to eat shit, be in shitty situations, and that's just good experience in general because you don't want to be in a shitty situation for the first time. Like fucking sleep in a sleeping bag in fucking 5-degree weather. You Canadian fuckers.
Was it the hammock? He used to sleep in the hammock.
Retarded.
Now he sleeps on the ground like a man.
Hammock, nice to have, but if it's fucking cold, ditch your hammock. Like sleeping on the ground's not that bad. Hammock, dude, your back's gonna be freezing, your toes. You're gonna be so uncomfortably cold sleeping in your hammock that you're not gonna get any sleep, and then you're gonna be exhausted the next day.
Right, don't do that. High capacity magazines.
This is the easiest.
So if you got something more than 10 rounds, 10 round magazines, force multiplier.
Nah, if you have 10-round magazines and you are a LGBTQ member, I think
you live in California.
you're a member of the LGBTQ if you have 10-round magazines.
All right. I mean, like, you get your D60s, your 40s. I prefer, I'm not a big drum guy. If I'm going to get, like, high-capacity magazines, I'll probably bump up the 40s because you can fit them 80 rounds in, like, a regular kit. It's slim, and it's not going to bulk up if you got to get in your prone, so that's where I'm kind of thinking about it from.
Yeah, I will say.
Especially got that Civi RPK 40s.
I've never been in a firefight or a simulated firefight. I used to play airsoft when I was younger, but
Great days.
yeah, that's a lot of fun, dude. I don't have fucking time or money to care about airsoft at the point. Although if you're rich, do airsoft. But what I was thinking, D60s are really fucking cool. You should probably have at least one D60 so you can put in your gun if you're like doing an ambush or something.
Have a D60 in your bag for, maybe you have that Civi gunner in your team.
Yeah, but if you're gonna stock up on D60s, just so you know, I don't know the weight exactly, but a D60 is a lot heavier than 230 round magazines. They're pretty heavy when you get a lot of them. So like having one D60 and a bunch of 40 round magazines, it's ideal. If you're some fucking Chad, then maybe have a few D60s. But I know
Surefire used to make some like 60 round magazines or something.
Yep.
Another force multiplier, ammo capacity. So also kind of building on to high capacity mags is also being able to carry lots of fucking ammo. So like, so being able to carry a lot of ammo on you so you can sustain yourself in a firefight. Because I've been in like simulated firefights top 4. It's all I've ever done, and literally you just burn through ammo, especially on like if you're in a defensive posture, even an offensive posture, and you're trying to gain that fire superiority, you are mag dumping. So like I remember one time during a town defense, it was like we did like 18 hours or some shit or whatnot, and fucking I had to make like 2 supply runs to restock on ammo because we're burning through so much. So I had to run back to our like little fob or whatever, I forget what it was called, or ECP or some shit, restock, go back out to where I was holding our pulling security and in my fighting position, and then burn through more ammo, come back, do that 2 other times.
How much ammo did you burn through?
It was like over 500 rounds.
That's crazy because like these like fucking flat range DARPers, like fucking plate carrier, 3 mags and 1 in the gun, and like maybe they'll have some on the side and like a battle belt, but they might have like 4 to 6 mags. Dude, like,
yeah, I was carrying a full combat load, so 7 mags, 6 on my plate carrier, 1 on the gun, and I burned through that. Had to run back to her. Like even we also got pushed back into our like the castle or whatever that we had our like last stand, our Alamo, and like we're just fucking dumping rounds out of there, trying to keep the RTU guys back. And that was like, and you're just burning through ammo at that point.
Yeah, and a lot of I've never been in combat or simulated combat, but like I was watching a video of these Ukrainian airborne guys. I don't know what the fuck they were. They're stuck in a basement surrounded by Russians for like 24 hours, dude. And they were burning through so much ammo, and the ammo they were burning through was just to like lay down covering fire just so people wouldn't fucking run up on them and smoke them.
Yeah, I mean,
that's probably, you had to like account for that. Like,
not all your rounds that you're shooting are for like, shoot to kill. It's literally to suppress and fix your enemy. And that's literally what you're doing 90% of the time in a firefight. And then also you're trying to maneuver on them. But if you're in a defensive posture while they're trying to maneuver on you, regaining that fire superiority by laying down more hate than them, or at least putting it out that way. So you're almost going cyclic.
Yeah, you want to be able to lay down a lot of ammo. I mean, ammo is hard to, like, ammo is expensive, but if you are going to get in a sheath situation, you want a lot of fucking ammo. You said you lay down 500 rounds in one firefight. A lot of guys watching this video, they don't even have 500 rounds in their stockpile, dude.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're doing, like, ambush stuff, it's usually over as soon as it's about as quick, it goes quick. So, like, ambush is like, a quick, like, it's like the mad minute. So it's, like, a minute of just, like, cyclic, just absolute hell, just fucking on the kill zone, and then, like, and then it cuts. So, like, And then then you're probably we've done like some ambush training, and then like doing the lighting up the kill zone, and it's like you're just fucking letting it rip.
You might not even fucking see the target, but you're just gonna fire
you're just firing into the kill zone.
You just want to cause chaos.
Yeah, so and then you're burned. I don't know how many mags you burned through, but I know I went through like 2 mags during our little training section.
Yeah, that was like you're being constrained because you're like, I don't want to spend that much money looking
Yeah.
this ambush training. But like, yeah, higher capacity magazines. I mean, like, not exactly speaking. I should have more fucking high capacity magazines, but D60s, at least one. Probably have more than 41 round magazine. Like, if you're in the fucking U.S. Army or some big organized force, like, you probably don't need a bunch of 40 round mags. But as a civilian, dude, like, it's probably gonna pay off. Like, you're reloading less and you're gonna lay down more hate. See, we should probably all invest more 40 round magazines.
All right, we're gonna go. Let's move on.
By the way, like, I'll put one plug in here. If you want good deals on magazines, follow our Telegram. StatTAC Telegram.
Yeah.
We'll give you good deals.
We got deals that we find for you. So tripods, great for like maybe setting up an OP, defensive posture, or offensive posture. Say you're dug in, and it's going to substantially reduce recoil on your firearm. It's going to allow you to add more accurate fire. Also, if you're setting up in weird areas, say like inside of a vehicle, and you want a stable platform to shoot off of, shooting off a tripod inside of a vehicle, it's going to substantially increase your stability. So it's a great force multiplier. That's like some things, like that's mostly the reason why I bought one. I bought a tripod, so if I say like I want to shoot from inside of a vehicle, or set up a defensive posture or something
inside a room in a house or something.
Yeah, like I mean, like that's why the military uses them with machine guns. So it's because once they lock in with machine guns, they're a lot more accurate.
I will say, like, I'm actually, like, I thought this tripod shit was, like, super stupid. Like, why is my brother spending all this money on a fucking retarded-ass tripod? But, like, shooting it, like, it, at least as far as 5.56 go, it kind of does delete the recoil a good bit.
Yeah. Especially if you're putting illegal things in your firearms.
Which you should not do, because it's illegal.
Yeah. And, it's gonna lessen that recoil for you and make it a more controllable rifle. Now, okay, so we'll go into suppressors and subs.
Everyone knows about suppressors. Like, I'll put suppressor on my AR-15, but if you're shooting an AR-15 suppressed, it's good, but like
it changes the tone. It muffles the sound. It makes it harder to locate. It reduces flash. Especially under night or nods, it's going to reduce your signature, so it's good, and it also reduces recoil.
Yeah, that's cool, but like if you're actually trying to be quiet, like you don't want to shoot an AR-15 suppressed. Like if you're trying to like go in someplace, be unannounced, like cause some havoc, like having an either like 300 blackout, 7.62 by 39 subsonics. Like I'm not talking about normal rounds.
You said 300 blackout, right?
Yeah, 300 blackout, 7.62 by 39, or like even 22 if you're being like super
be like
careful,
like a special forces guy during Vietnam and sneak up on a guy with a suppressed 22.
Dude, have you heard anything quieter than a suppressed 22? Like suppressed 22 is like the most fun you'll have shooting a gun, in my opinion, except under nods.
Our pellet guns or whatever.
Yeah, dude, it's like a fucking fart with like the butt cheek spread. Like it's super fucking quiet.
I mean, I've heard some 300 blackouts that are quiet too, where it's like just the action. That's all you hear.
Yeah, I've heard some AKs there are similar, which I don't know if 7.62 by 39 is still more affordable than 300 blackout, but maybe
supersonic 300
are.
Supersonic 300 blackout's pretty affordable. Where it goes into subs, that's where it gets a little more pricey.
Yeah, it might still be more affordable than 7.62 by 39, but
because I think it's like 50 cents, 54 cents around for 300.
Doesn't have the swag though.
Yeah, fucking dog. We'll strap some right to you.
I should have got her down. Shit, dude. But like, yeah. But you guys can read between the lines. Like, if you want to be quiet, like, say you're in shit.
Say you're like, what's his fucking name, Luigi, and Fucking you going after a CEO, man.
Yeah, did he use subsonic rounds? That would be a good question.
I'm pretty sure you did use subs. I feel like that's.
He seemed like a smart nerd.
I think he used subs. I don't really know what like.
Which, by the way, we don't condone his behavior
or whatever, but like, it was cool. We'll go just move on subs and. Whatever.
Yeah, we don't need to spend that time. It's fucking
encrypted radios.
We don't need to spend that time on it.
If
it's illegal.
Not that many people
so
have them. Now, even though they can't hear what you're saying, they can see that you're transmitting and where you're transmitting from with encryption. So only using radios basically after, or your encrypted radios after you've already initiated contact or something like that, and try to not use your radios for the most part. You know, that's where you want to be, but like radios can, like once you're already given up your position or whatever, and you got to maneuver on an objective or something like that, and you don't have that line of sight with your team. You know, radio communication is great, but I mean, radios fail. So I mean, when I was out for, half the time we just use our fucking phones.
Yeah, disclaimer: it's for entertainment. Don't do it. It's illegal.
Man, you are getting fucking like paranoid. Like the more I drink, the more paranoid I
face
get.
is sideways, bro. Nah, but it is legal. Don't do it. But it's for entertainment purposes, you can encrypt your radio, and it's not that hard to do.
Yeah, like the Alliance ones, like the HD ones, those have encryption on them. And it's very easy. You just gotta get the programming cable, or you can hand jam it yourself. And do
What
it.
we got on here?
Tannerite.
We covered the dog.
Tannerite's cool. You can do a lot with Tannerite.
It's cheap as fuck.
Yeah, it's cheap. It's like $10 a pound. You know, it's super safe. We're getting a little into the sus side.
Watch the video of the guy blowing up his lawnmower with Tannerite. You'll understand what we're saying.
But if you got to clear like a debris or something, you know, Tannerite. I'm probably gonna delete all that what I just said. But Tannerite's cool, man.
All right, moving on.
I'll probably just take out Tannerite.
I don't know. It's legal.
Yeah, it's Tannerite. Yeah,
Tannerite's legal. You can use Tannerite. It's explosive targets.
All right, special purpose grenades. So, smoke grenades. IWA, these are M14s. They put out actually a decent amount. So, you know, you push the spool down, you twist, rotate, and pull, and then you throw it, and then you got smoke. You got the Angola Gays. He's got some of those. What are they called, the Angola Gays or some shit?
I don't know. I got some airsoft smoke grenades, which if we test them before we publish it, we'll show some video footage. But
I doubt it.
Supposedly, the guy that sold them to me came in. Let's fucking do it, dude. Like, let's do it tonight. Let's just fucking rip one off. Let's rip one off and show them. Let's like do the. We can't do the comparison because I didn't bring the airsoft ones, but. I mean, this won't protect you from.
I got some stuff in the future. I'm not gonna rip them off in our backyard.
But these legitimate ones are gonna be more weatherproof compared to the airsoft ones.
These aren't even like legitimate ones. Like these are just civilian legal. If you got some M18s or something, those are cool. If you tactically or acquired those. Also, there's like smoke pots, which are like large smoke grenades. They're like about this wide around. And you can put them on the back of a truck and drive them across, and you literally cover a whole field.
The poor guys did that.
Yeah, it's I mean, like we'd do that for like smoke screens for when we do like large movements with or during attacks or something to cover us.
Did you guys ever try smoking people out of a building?
No, but we have done where if we needed to fall back, we'd pop a smoke pot and then fall back onto our like our next fallback. Area or like our next spot that we're gonna defend. So we'll pull it, smoke that area out, the city that we were defending, and then fall back to the next spot, our defensive posture.
Yeah, I feel like smoke grenades are very low. Like how much was this? One.
These are $30 piece, but on IWA you have to buy at least 3. So you're looking at a little over $100. Plus you have to pay for hazmat shipping. Now, IWA also has flashbangs, concussion grenades, which are just loud noise-making devices. Now, I don't think that's worth your money. Now, what they also sell is pepper ball grenades. So the pepper grenade is basically a grenade that has a CO2 cartridge in it with mace or pepper spray. And you pop that in an enclosed room, and you're going to freaking definitely disorient your enemy or whatever. And, you know.
Pepper spray, dude. Like, nobody carries gas masks on them, right?
I mean, like.
Pretty much nobody.
The standard infantrymen, you're issued a gas mask and they have mop gear and everything like that. Usually that comes down to the intel thing, whether or not what gear they take out.
Probably never carry that.
But they'll probably carry a gas mask with them. So.
You're not going to put it on.
It depends on what level. I mean, but, like, you know, if you're going up against another person or, like, you know, I think most people, like, if you were to pop a pepper ball or pepper grenade.
Catch them by surprise.
In a room that they're, like, holding, especially if they're, like, you know, if you're already at the disadvantage if you're trying to raid a room and, you know, you got someone that's already suspecting you, that's going to fucking work because that's going to, you know, put at least, or they'll just start ripping rounds, wasting rounds towards, you know, the fatal funnel. So, I mean, like, I think that pepper grenade's going to give you an advantage over, like, one of these civilian legal flashbangs that are just going to make a loud pop, which I've already experienced, and they're not really that loud.
They're kind of pussy.
Yeah, they're kind of pathetic and not worth the money. So, if you are going to buy anything from IWA, I'd say smoke grenades from them. They also have the M15, which is the large version of this, which I didn't get. But I would also want to get one of their pepper grenades because I watched it and I'll test it out. I've been OC'd and I I have experience with OC and CS gas. So
I would say if this video gets 100 likes, I will get pepper spray by the grenade. I'll get pepper spray by the grenade in a room.
We can always do it in the shed.
Yeah, we'll do it in a shed. I'll get pepper sprayed, and then we'll show you guys the results. And maybe we'll make it a simulated airsoft battle, too.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll do that. I mean, I got, like, an airsoft handgun still, I think.
Oh, yeah, we can buy it, whatever.
And then you raid the room. And, like, absolutely...
Yeah, I hope this video doesn't get 100 likes. No,
he's doing it regardless.
I actually will assume this video will get 100 likes because, like, we got over 100 people view each Telegram post we make, and we're a bunch of autists.
All right, so after the grenades or whatever. Also, you can get firework grenades, but they suck. Like the smoke grenades from a fireworks shop, I got like a pack of 4 of them.
Okay, like for training.
$15. They're good for training. Like they have a pull tab on them. I forget what they're called, but like they're like $15. You can find them at a fireworks store, and they put out a little more than those little smoke bombs. But I mean, you'll maybe smoke out a small room with them, but they don't put out that much if you're going to use them outdoors. These are a little more for outdoors, or if you're like in the airsofting or something. Fight lights and belt feds. I mean, which honestly, if you're going to get belt feds, mostly going to be like tactically acquired.
Yeah.
Fight lights are expensive. They're like $6,000. And if you pair that maybe with, I don't even know if it will work with if you want to use like those illegal, I don't know if it'll really even work. But, I mean, if you combine the two, you probably get some amazing or pretty cool fucking outcomes maybe.
Yeah, if Red Right Hand sends us an upper, we'll do a burn down. And honestly, like...
burn down? That's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, that's exactly. If they send us for free, though, it might be worth it. But, I mean, that belt fed shit, like, it's pretty unrealistic for a civilian, though, isn't it? Like, you need some logistics for that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if you're going to get one, it's tactically acquired. That's why you should learn how to use an operate saw or a 240.
How do you do that,
PKM.
dude?
Just look up manuals online. There's plenty of videos, people like training for EIB or something on how to operate a fucking machine gun.
Didn't you say that was like your favorite weapon?
Oh yeah, I love the saw.
Why'd you love the saw?
You can carry a lot of ammo. It's light, and
it's
the
how
weapon
light
itself.
Is it?
So the saw itself, I think, weighs around like 15 pounds.
It's pretty light
off the top of my head. And then you get a 200 round drum mag, which comes in the packs or whatever, and it just clips on, and then you can rack it, and then you got like, and then you put like 5 of those in your pack, and you're already carrying 1,000 rounds. And you can get like, I didn't have assault pouches or whatever when I was in, but like I just throw all the drums in my backpack, and then like when I reload, I just swing my backpack around, load another 200 round fucking drum, and just fucking let it rip. I was a trigger happy person, so I love the saw.
You didn't have to worry about ammo prices.
Yeah, I also didn't have to worry about buying my own ammo.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, probably no one watching this is going to get a belt-fed gun, but they're probably
I know one person that has a fight light.
I don't
only
even know,
know one
but
dude.
like get an air upper that can handle support.
So H
Gunner
bars. An H
H
bar.
bars and like a straight gas tube. Like red right hand, like it's not that affordable. If you're
They are
poor, but
pricey.
it's probably worth it. But the thing about it is, if you don't have a open bolt machine gun, like your fucking rounds are gonna be cooking in the chamber, and like there's a high chance that you having a negligent discharge.
Or like stuck casings after really hot, especially if you're using steel, which I've experienced plenty
So
of.
moral of the story is probably like just have high capacity magazines and acquire an open bolt machine gun.
Yeah, and then also, I know this isn't on our list, but trail cams, man. Trail cams, great for surveillance. Want us put them up in blind spots, especially if you got those ones that like Bluetooth to your phone or some shit, and you can just get like updates on like what's going on or any movement in that area. You can put them in blind spots, or maybe if you park your vehicle somewhere and you want to watch it, make sure so no crackheads are stealing your shit. Maybe place a trail cam off in the like still within point of view or whatever, to watch your shit, and you can see who's on it. So that gives you more information. So I mean, like trail cams, you could really use them in a lot of different ways for like
OPSEC, security around your camp.
Yeah. And then and they're mobile too. So like if the grid's still up or whatever, you can still get feeds to your phone from your trail cams that you placed out, and that'll give you like enemy movement, shit like that too. So if like anyone that's coming up on it.
Yeah, do we have anything else?
That's it.
Notebook? I will say no one's watched to the end of this long ass video, but if you did, we'll have some links that are affiliate to the bottom if you're looking for some equipment like this, where we'll earn a small percentage of money to help us get us out of this decrepit basement. But that's pretty much it. Join our Telegram channel.
Yeah, there's a
Keep
donation
networking.
link. You should donate and help me with my basement.
We'll
Just
finish
kidding.
this.
This isn't my.
We'll house homeless people.
We're actually living underneath Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, we're in the Matrix. But thank you for watching this video, guys. Like, comment, and follow our Telegram. More importantly, because F YouTube.
You can join the cancer on there. It's absolutely pretty fucking wild. It's like 4chan. So if you just hop on over, you'll get all sorts of stuff. Yeah. Like, subscribe, guys. Thanks for watching.